You're listening to the Sky Lifestyles coaching series, helping men all around the world to attract and connect with women on level few men will ever experience. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and visit us at corysky.com.
This is not the path of least resistance. In order to make real changes in your life, you must be willing to go out, challenge yourself, and be willing to fuck up. Meeting women is easy. Having these fucking extraordinary experiences everywhere I go, it's easy. It just happens. It comes effortlessly. It's not about women. It's about how you live. It's about how you think. It's about your current perception of reality. It's about your views on yourself, your views about women, your views about life, your views about society in general. You need to begin living as if you were in a dream, a fantasy world. That's something that I've always done. Is I've always had the means to travel. Even though I was always broke my entire life, pretty much. I didn't have much money. I always worked dead-end jobs. I was always able to overcome that and not really even think about it and not worry about it. And I always had the means to travel. I traveled to Europe. I was over in Hawaii, to the Bahamas several times, to the Florida Keys, to California, to New York, all over the States, everywhere. And it was one of those things where, I still remember this one time when I was sitting in the Bahamas. I'm like, damn, this is pretty fucking wild. Here I am, sipping on a rum runner in paradise. I'm broke as fuck. I don't have pretty much any money to my name. I'm here with a bunch of good friends that are taking care of me. Wow. And to think that I'm going to be in the Florida Keys next week. That's pretty wild. Because the next week I had a girl that was wanting to go down to the Florida Keys, and she was going to pay for me to go down there. Anything is possible. You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you desire. But you have to have an idea of what you want. So what do you want? What is it that you want? Outside of women, you want that fulfillment. You want to be able to walk into a place with total confidence and not really give a fuck about what anybody else thinks. You want that sexual confidence about yourself, knowing that you can have whatever girl you want. But for right now, to write down, your dream life. If you had no limitations, how would you see your lifestyle? Do you see yourself living in the rich and famous? Do you see yourself as a upper middle class? Do you see yourself just as a poor man that's traveling the world like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic? I can promise you, Leonardo in Titanic lived more of a full life than probably 99% of the rich people in the world. Yes, that is a movie. But let me tell you something, guys. I've had the same experience, only I didn't die. I've had the same experience in that movie where I meet this girl, we have this amazing fucking connection. It's incredibly hot. The same thing where we're running around on the ship, everything. When I first watched that movie, back when it came out, I put it in my mind and said, yeah, that is fucking hot. I want that. And you know what? I've actually lived it. I've not only lived it once, but I've actually lived it twice. I lived it once for the first time. The first time on a cruise ever was when I was 21. I met this girl and just had the most amazing time where I pretty much felt like I was in a dream the entire time on the cruise. And then the last time I had it was on my 29th birthday. It was a week before my birthday. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had my friends calling me off the hook, wanting to, take me to Vegas, take me here, take me there, wanting to do something for my birthday. And I decided a week before, I sat down on the TV, in front of the TV, and I was watching, and I turned the channel on, and it just happened to click on Titanic. And I was like, fuck, that's what I want to do. I want to relive my Titanic experience. So I got on the phone with a buddy of mine and his wife, and guess what? That Friday, I was on a cruise ship. But the first night that I was on that cruise ship, nothing happened. I didn't meet any girls. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. My buddy and his wife wanted to go to bed. I said, I'm not done yet. I'm going to stay up for a little bit and see what happens. Well, within a half hour of them going to sleep, I met this girl. An amazing girl. We ended up staying up all night, and we watched the sun come up on the front of the ship. It was spectacular. It was amazing, and words cannot say how amazing it was. And until you experience that, you won't know. A lot of guys can't relate watching the Titanic as I can. I can relate to it. I can relate to these fantasies and these wild experiences. And you will. You will. Soon. But you have to know and believe that it's possible, and believe that you fucking deserve it. There's so many different slogans or sayings out there. If you've gone to a store where, even Target or Walmart has this stuff. They've got these little sayings, dance as though no one is watching. It's so silly, but it's true. I look at my past and I'm like, wow. I remember that time when I was on the beach, me and my buddy, it was pouring down rain and a huge thunderstorm, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and we were with 2 girls that we just met, and we were dancing. And we were dancing extremely silly. Now, if we had this on video, I would almost be a little bit embarrassed, because we were really dancing as if nobody was watching. We were dancing stupid. We were dancing free. We laughed until we cried. We were just horsing around, wrestling, just living life to the fullest. Stop looking for results and start enjoying where you're at. I have a guy that I spoke to earlier. He's frustrated with himself. He's beating himself up. He's disappointed, and he's fed up. Why? Because he's been doing everything half-ass. He says he wants to go to the gym an hour every day, but he only goes for 30 minutes. He says he wants to do 20 minutes of affirmations a day. He only does 10. Here's the thing. There is no point in going to a fucking bar if you're just going to stand there and twiddle your thumbs and watch everybody else have a good time. There is no point in going to the gym if you're not going to give it 150% while you're there. This is your life. Are you going to take it serious or not? You need to make a commitment to yourself. You need to ask yourself right now, have I been giving it 100%? Here's the question. How bad do you really want it? It's up to you. It's your call. It's your decision. I cannot do the work for you, nor can anybody else. This is not something that you can outsource. Outsource the bullshit in your life, the stupid shit, the negative shit, the shit that you don't enjoy. But learn to love and live your life to the fullest.